small conflicts. The cause is very simple, that is, a group of people have taken a fancy to another group's things. And they directly grab it, and the fight is so bloody. It's just that, for this situation, the people along the way seem to have taken it easy. Except for some people who want to cross their legs, everyone else turns a blind eye, even the soldiers in the city-state. MANHWA. Calm. Fortunately, maybe as Qin Tian said, the clothes they wear are dreadful, or for some other reason, but there are no people who have long eyes and dare to come to them. After walking like this for 3 days, a behemoth appeared in front of Qin Tian and the others. You don't need to think about it and know that it is the city-state. Is that a city-state? It's so big. It's like a mountain. Is it because I have seen the laboratory? Although I was still shocked by the size of the city-state, I was not surprised. In half a day we will reach the city-state. Strange, the outline of this city-state seems to have been seen somewhere. Sharon, you go to explore the way. Calm. How can it be here? Calm. Is this a Mayan pyramid? Pyramid. Are you Mayans? What is that? MANHWA. Calm. We are the Corn people. Although I have not seen the Mayan pyramid with my own eyes, but as a very legendary building, it has often appeared in the major media. The building in front of me is the Mayan pyramid. But the Tiger Claw brothers and sisters, and even Solam called themselves the Corn Man. I remember that the name Maya was derived from the city of Maya. Friend, is there any problem here? It's okay, let's keep going. That is to say, the Mayans are the names taken by later people, and the Mayans themselves call themselves Corn people. MANHWA. Calm. By the way, Tiger Claw, do you know the 5 prophecies? It's the end of the world or something. The end of the world. Is this world going to collapse? It seems that the residents of this D3 area are all Mayans who were brought here by time and space storms from other eras. Go, don't get in the way of those behind. See, is this the temple? How majestic. They are all teams of 7 or 8 people, so it's not easy to start. Isn't there a team of 4 or 5 people? What's that yellow clump of stuff? Also currency. That's tobacco. Can betel nut also be used as currency? When ignited, it will emit white smoke, which is very annoying. But compared to this, the Mayan city-state even has a moat, which I didn't expect, but the moat is a bit too narrow. It feels like a decoration. Read at calm. Will there be too few soldiers guarding the city? Except for the entrance to the city, there are no corresponding guards in other places. Don't you worry that someone will jump over the moat directly from other places. This distance should be easy to jump over, right? Friends, you better not have this kind of thought. If it is known by God, it will be the end of the bad luck. Lord God is everywhere. I know. It seems that there is no problem in jumping directly over it. MANHWA. Calm. Did that person fail to pay the entry fee? That person should be a resident of the city-state. Residents in the city-state will have a special ID card, and as long as they have the city-state card, they do not need to pay the fee for entering the city. Dude, an ID. So how do you become a resident of a city-state? There is no way. No way. According to the elders in our village, the city-state was originally a village, and it was only after the gods descended on a certain day that they imparted wisdom to the village before the city-state appeared. In other words, this city-state does not accept people from other villages. There's no city entry fee, just get out of the way. It must have come from a faraway village, so I don't know. Another few idiots who don't know the fees to enter the city-state. Although the Mayan pyramid was close at hand, after crossing the bridge, what Qin Tian and the others saw first was a piece of farmland. In particular, the farmland was full of flames. When Qin Tian and the others walked in to take a look, they found that there were many Mayans who looked like slaves in the farmland. Under the guard of the soldiers, they ignited the corn stalks and fallen leaves in the farmland with torches. Qin Tian is not very familiar with this, and he likes to do it the most. It's not fun. It's just to clean up those dead branches and leaves, and at the same time, the ashes left after burning. Also a good soil fertilizer. The arable land in the city-state is quite large. Qin Tian walked along the road for 10 minutes before he saw a low-rise building. Manhua House. Calm. According to Tiger Claw, in terms of function, the Mayan city and the temple state where the nobles lived are roughly divided into 3 areas. The outermost area is the farming area for planting, followed by the residential area where the commoners live, and the middle is the area for priest farming area civilian area temple M. If it is divided according to the plate, the Mayan city-state is divided into 4 areas. East, west, north and south by the crisscrossed moat, and in each area, there is a large market. So lively. 5 So many interesting things. Is this what it looks like in the city-state? Manhua House. Calm. Friends, what are your plans next? I want to know where the slaves are sold. I can't see Big Brother, you guys want to buy slaves. It's so disgusting. Friends must be just curious to see. Yes, I was just curious to see. This girl is really outspoken. The place where slaves are sold is not fixed, but they are often the most lively stalls in the market, like their read at Calm. Strong man, strong man. We took 3 talents to capture him. In other words, this man can be compared to 3 people alone. He can live for 3 people. However, he only needs to eat for 1 person. And absolutely healthy. Come and see, absolutely healthy. Manhua House. Calm. Starting price, 200 cocoa beans. I made 250 cocoa beans. I give out 300 cocoa beans. I will give out 100 shells. Solemn. Big Sister's clan has been captured. Manhua House. Calm. Friends, this is actually the purpose of your coming to the city-state, right? It's Aya who blamed you. Big Brother be one of them. The place for the slave trade is not only here, there are also corresponding markets in other urban areas. We can go and see. Thanks for bringing me here. I remember you have other important things to do. I won't bother you about finding the tribesmen next. Solemn does not know how to repay your kindness. If I can find my own people, and if you will come back to the village. I am willing to be your servant even after death. My soul will serve you forever. Calm. I've helped you so much. You really have to thank me, but I also have to thank you. Thanks to you, I am here. Although the heart is eager to go to the Mayan pyramid to explore, but in comparison, it is undoubtedly the matter of Solemn that is more important. So in the rest of the time, Qin Tian helps Solemn continue to look for their clansmen. Calm. In particular, the Hupao brothers and sisters are also helping in the search. In their words, I have nothing to do when I am idle. And the business of friends is their own business. To be honest, Qin Tian didn't know what to say about Tiger Claw calling himself a friend. You must know that they have only known each other for a few days, but during the transaction, Qin Tian gave Hupao brothers and sisters a little discount, and it can be regarded as acquaintance. Friends are really out of reach because of this. Qin Tian sincerely expressed his gratitude for the help of the Hupao brothers and sisters. Manhua House. Calm. In addition, it has to be said that the Mayan city-state is really big. Although it is completely incomparable with modern cities, its area is similar to that of modern counties and towns. Qin Tian and the others arrived at the city-state around 10 in the morning. After entering the town, they have been searching for the whereabouts of Solemn and his clan. However, Qin Tian and the others searched for 5 or 6 hours before they searched the entire western district. When they arrived in the southern district, it was already afternoon. People are getting fewer and fewer. It seems that today can only be here temporarily. I am hungry. Me too. What does Aya want to eat at night? Do you want to eat that? Manhua House. Calm. That's hot cocoa. They all look delicious. I'm going to put this a calm. But having said that, there are such places like roadside stalls in the Mayan city-state, which I did not exp, and the variety of food is quite rich. 30 cocoa beans. Thank you. 30. I remember your cocoa beans were used to trade with me, right? So my brother is helping people now. Friends, you can eat, just leave it to me. We brought our own food. Thank you for your kindness. Good guy. Directly sell the coolie. Excuse me, guest, is the golden eagle over there yours? Strange taste, like rotten fruit with honey. Sure enough, you can't be curious about everything. the operation of adding chili peppers in cocoa is really magical, so bitter and spicy. This thing called hot cocoa is really wonderful. Obviously there is nothing, but it has a variety of flavors. Thank you friends for inviting us to eat. Thanks. Is it really possible to pay with this? You can count as 100 cocoa beans per feather if you want to thank the sand sculptures. Calm. By the way, where shall we sleep tonight? After dark, outsiders are not allowed in the residential area, so we have to return to the farming area. Read at calm. The Mayan civilization, a civilization known as from outer space, built with the help of aliens. Hot. Is the fire too hot? I'll take out the firewood. Friends, and I leave for a while. You don't have to worry about us. Read at calm. MANHWA house. Calm. Brother, hot, is so hot. Hold on, we're here. I'm so sorry to ask a friend to invite you to dinner. To be fair, I don't see how embarrassed you are, big brother. Last night, after Tiger Claw left with Aya, he returned 3 hours later. At that time, the two of them seemed to have just been picked up from the bottom of the water, and they were soaked all over. Most importantly, Aya passed out in a coma, looking like she was collapsed. She thought that something had happened, but who would have thought that when she woke up the next day, Aya became so alive again. Although I really want to know what happened to Aya, everyone has a secret. Since Tiger Claw didn't explain it, it's better not to ask. Oh come on, there's a holy ball game over there at the temple. What are they talking about, the holy ball sport? Friends, do you want to take a look? It is estimated that people in the 4 areas are now rushing to the temple, which is a very sacred sport. MANHWA house. Calm. When you walk in, it feels even bigger. This looks stronger than the house we've built. It's shocking to think that this was built entirely by manpower. What's more interesting is how this thing looks like the head of a Chinese dragon. MANHWA house. Calm. This is Lord Yak Kwa, in charge of war, violent death and human sacrifice. It is the black god of war. I remember that the 3 Mayans I met at the beginning mentioned the name Ek Kwa. I thought it was the royal family of the city-state, but I didn't expect to say the gods. This is the rain god, Lord Chuk. This is the god of the underworld, Lord Apuch Kam. This is the goddess of the moon, Lord Ichchul. This is the Quetzalcoatl, Lord Kukulkan. There's a big snake on his head that is the incarnation of Mr. Kukulkan Kam. How should I put it? This incarnation cannot be said to be a bit similar to the Chinese dragon's totem, it can only be said to be extremely similar. What kind of god is this? Compared with other murals, the color of this mural is too bright, it feels like it was added later. This is the goddess of wisdom. I heard from the residents of the city-state that the goddess once came here to teach knowledge to the priests. Real. Is this real? MANHWA house. Calm. Whenever talking about gods, Kata loses his usual calmness, and is really pious. Looking at the frescoes all over the corridor, Qin Tian couldn't help but think of the Dunhuang frescoes, both of which depict many gods and cultural treasures of their respective nations. But the Mayan frescoes, in addition to the gods, will describe other contents, like the process of the entire sacrifice. Although it is only a mural, it is still terrifying to look at, but it cannot be said that the Mayans were a brutal and bloody nation. After all, the cultures of the world are more or less able to see the shadow of human sacrifice in the early development. Even Chinese culture is the same. It can only be said to be a stage that must be experienced in the development of civilization. It didn't take long for Qin Tian and the others to continue walking towards the exit, and when the group was about to walk out of the corridor, the first thing they saw was the continuous pyramids like hills. The Mayan pyramids are all concentrated in the core temple area. Walking among the pyramids of different sizes, Qin Tian only feels like he is walking under the feet of a giant. The visual impact is truly shocking. Among them, there is such a square in front of the Mayan pyramid, which is full of people. At this time, many people are walking towards it. You can know without guessing that it is the venue of the holy ball. Screw the other side, are your feet a decoration? Kick him. MANHWA. Calm. The rules of the holy ball game are very simple. As long as the ball is thrown into the opponent's stone ring, you can win. However, it should be noted that during the game, you cannot touch the ball with your hands, you cannot kick the ball with your feet, you can only hit the ball with your elbow, forearm, knee, or buttocks. So what, can you beat someone with your hands? MANHWA. Calm. Yes, you can directly kill the opponent and then throw the ball into the stone ring. Careful. What's with this terrifying force? Friend, how are your hands? It's okay, can you show me the ball instead of this? So heavy, it's at least 6 pounds. Heck, how did they play such a heavy ball at that speed, hit someone on the body? I'm afraid it's not quite a punch, but what bothers me more is that the ball seems to be made of rubber. Read at calm. Are holy ball games so dangerous? Generally speaking, this kind of situation occurs only in the holy ball contest held by the priest. MANHWA. Calm. It is rare to see such fierce competition in such an ordinary game. This is the holy ball. Holy ball contest. Has the sacrificial ceremony been held yet? Haven't you heard? This year, the priest adjusted the time of the holy ball game to before the sacrificial ceremony. Let's go. Calm. Where are you going? I'm sorry friends, I can't continue to help you. They're gone. Is there something important? It should have something to do with the so-called holy ball game, right? Let's get started before the game is over. Everyone scattered, looking for a place to sell slaves. Meet in half an hour. The reason why Qin Tian and the others came here was not actually to watch this holy ball game, but to find Solem's clansmen. After all, Tiger Claw has said that the holy ball game is a very sacred sport, and people in the city-state will basically go to watch it. This means that in this temple, Qin Tian and the others can see people from 4 regions, so they don't have to trouble themselves to find slave owners one by one. MANHWA. Calm. But unfortunately, Qin Tian and the others searched all over this day, and the slaves owned by the slave owners who came to watch the game did not find Solem and her clan. Help! 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 Solem! Solem! 30. MANHWA. Calm. 300 cocoa beans, or 100 shells, I just want those 2 things. Of course, you can also trade this golden eagle and black wolf for me. Calm. 300 cocoa beans, can this be less? Sand sculptures and white eyes are absolutely impossible to replace. Well, all the cocoa beans from Tiger Claw are gone. Read at calm. Solem, this bird can speak. Does this bird host an incarnation of the spirit? So amazing. This parrot. Hello, that's right, this is Xiao Huang raised by Black Feather. Xiao Huang, do you know where Black Feather and the others are now? MANHWA. Calm. Follow me, the sand sculpture is watching it, the others will follow. Calm. So huge. How was this built? The ring points to the pyramid in front of you. MANHWA. Calm. Stop. Who? Don't approach the temple ahead without permission. Get out of here now. Alright, let's go now, don't get excited. Calm. If there is no accident, this should be the pyramid where the priests and kings live. The guards are so tightly guarded that even if you want to sneak in, it will be difficult. Guest. I saw a few familiar figures from a distance, and when I walked in, there were indeed several guests. Uncle. Why are you here? Come and give this to the priests in the temple. Hot cocoa. You must know that only the most delicious hot cocoa in the city-state can be sent to the temple, that is to say, the hot cocoa made by me, uncle, is the sweetest. Wow, awesome, that thing like tears. How many people like to eat it? Are you serious? That can be called the sweetest. Are you finished yet? Is this Zhu Yuanzhang eating biscuits and Queen Ma inviting the cook into the city? Let's go. Manhua House. Calm. Under the sunlight, the shadow of the north wall of the pyramid gradually changed from straight lines to waves from top to bottom, extending all the way to the snake head above the tower. Its shape is like a giant snake swimming from the top of the tower to the earth. Is this what is called one of the Mayan wonders, the light and shadow snake? The mighty one, are we going back like this? You have also seen that there are many soldiers guarding around the temple, and if you want to sneak in, the difficulty is too great, and it is even more impossible to break in hard. So we've got to do a little bit of preparation next so they can invite us in calm. Invite us in. What to do then? The uncle said that the most delicious hot cocoa in the city-state will be sent to the temple, so our next task is to collect a large number of cocoa beans. Manhua House. Calm. Although I don't know why the ring points to the pyramid, there must be a reason for it. I must go in and have a look. As for how to enter the temple, Qin Tian had already made up his mind when he saw the uncle, and his specific plan was just as he said, to make delicious cocoa, and then let the priest invite them in. There are indeed sweet potatoes for sale in the city-state, think about it. After all, South America is the home of sweet potatoes, and it is normal for the indigenous people and the Mayans to use them as crops. Manhua House. Calm. Therefore, after the decision was made, Qin Tian and the others split up and took the feathers of the sand sculptures and went to various vendors to exchange cocoa beans. After all, they didn't even have a single cocoa bean in their hands. But in addition to cocoa beans, Qin Tian also collected sweet potatoes and vanilla, and this is the source of information that he can believe that his plan can succeed. Calm. So hot, this is called sweet potato, so soft and glutinous, so delicious. Is the mighty one buying so much of this sweet potato as a reserve food? Although sweet potatoes are delicious, they are very easy to digest. Even if you are full, you will easily feel hungry again in a short time. It is not suitable for storage. In addition, it has a bad point. Manhua House. Calm. If you eat it too much, you will be the same as Aruba. The reason I buy so many sweet potatoes is actually make the syrup needed make the hot cocoa calm. After a simple meal, Qin Tian and the others started to make hot cocoa. In order to save time, they divided into two groups, making sugar water and boiling cocoa at the same. Qin Tian's group is responsible for boiling the cut sweet potatoes in water, while Solem's group is responsible for drying the water in the cocoa beans. It didn't take long for the water to boil the sweet potato cubes to turn pale red, which is the proof of the seepage of sugar. Solem grinds the cocoa beans into powder with a stone pound. After a portion of time, the excess water in the sugar water evaporates and the last remaining is a thick and crystal clear syrup on this side. Following the cocoa beans, Solem put the dried herbs she bought into the stone pound and ground it into powder. If I hadn't eaten it once, I couldn't believe it, this enticing smell was so hard to swallow. Don't worry, not this time. Cocoa tastes bitter, adding syrup can reconcile the bitterness. Milk is mellow to enhance the smoothness of the mouth. Finally, add vanilla to enhance the flavor. Read at calm. This is 100 times better than that uncle made. I feel warm all over now. It's amazing. Sweet and bitter are clearly two opposing flavors, but now they do not conflict, but complement each other, showing each other's unique flavors. The bitterness is still a bit heavy, so I need to add more syrup. The mighty one, I don't understand something, why don't you just add honey? Honey is also very sweet, right? It can also be exchanged in the city-state. It is true that honey is sweet, but you have to know that honey becomes sour when the water temperature exceeds 60 degrees and loses its original sweetness. But this is not the case with syrup. Of course, you can also let the cocoa stand for a while and wait for its temperature to cool down before adding honey, but in this case, the flavors of honey and cocoa will not be perfectly blended, and the taste will be messy. QL0. It is so. It smells so good, what does it taste like? Manhua House. Calm. Don't miss it when you pass by. Come and have a look. Hey! The best hot cocoa in the whole city-state. Please give me a bowl, I want it too. Don't push me in the back. Get in line everyone, don't worry, everyone has it. MANHWA House. Calm. I've never had such good hot cocoa. This is so delicious. I feel God calling. Almost sold out, it's only been an hour, we should be more prepared, it was even more popular than expected. Chin Tian's hot cocoa was almost sold out in just 1 hour. Look at the mighty one, so many cocoa beans. On the contrary, Chin Tian and the others also obtained a large amount of cocoa beans, the amount is twice as much as the production cost, it can be said that they have made a lot of money. Although this cocoa bean is not a valuable thing, this kind of reward earned by oneself still makes Chin Tian and the others feel happy. But earning cocoa beans is not their purpose. What they want to see is to spread their hot cocoa to the entire city-state. And finally pass it into the ears of the priests. In order to achieve this, they must continue to produce delicious hot cocoa. MANHWA House. Calm. They are then sold in various parts of the city-state to spread their hot cocoa name faster and achieve their goals as soon as possible. Judging from the observation of these days, there are about 30,000 to 40,000 people in the city-state. According to the current situation, in less than a week, the priests of the city-state will notice me. MANHWA House. Calm. What's the situation? Read at calm. MANHWA House. Calm. How is it possible that I have clearly penetrated your body? How amazing, under the siege of 5 people, he turned the whole situation around with just one move. Possibly as strong as Simonson's. Excuse me, can I work with you? MANHWA House. Calm. Just give me some hot cocoa. MANHWA House. Calm. This, such a big bowl of, can you really give it to me? Drink it, it's free. Thank you very much. I think you can put the bamboo basket down and eat it later. This is MANHWA House. Calm. Calcium carbide, the main component is calcium carbide, the chemical formula is CaC2, white crystal, the industrial product is gray-black lump, the section is purple or gray, it reacts violently when it meets water, generates acetylene, and releases heat. Can I take a look at this stone? Do you need this? It's okay to take it all. Oh. The water boiled instantly. MANHWA House. Calm. Next, you'd better take a step back. Suddenly it exploded. It's really calcium carbide. Fortunately, it's far away. Incredibly, the water actually burst into flames. Can you tell me where you got these stones? Calcium carbide reacts easily with water, and it will never exist in nature. Read at calm. Unexpectedly, in the city-state, there is still such a forest. Listen to my father, it wasn't like this long ago. Since this place was cursed by the evil god, few people have come here, and over time, this forest has formed a curse. On that day, a dazzling light suddenly bloomed in the temple, followed by a violent sound. The people who were in the temple at that time were instantly turned into coke by the evil god. They took away their souls. But this is what I heard from my father. What about you? Why do you dare to come here? Aren't you afraid of some evil god? My dear, he said it solemnly, I didn't know, I thought he saw it with his own eyes. Because the priest has said that the evil gods there have been driven away by him. Calm. We're here. Is it alright if we just walk up there? The Mayan pyramids are regarded as sacred places by the people in the city-state and cannot be violated. Only princes, nobles and priests can climb to the top. However, now this little brother has taken the lead to climb up. Because it has been abandoned, the gods have left, so don't worry about offending the gods. Calm. What the hell is going on here? The entire stone wall actually melted directly. That basket of limestone was picked up from here, calm. Charcoal, quicklime, limestone, calcium carbide. There are two ways to obtain calcium carbide in industry, namely, the electric furnace smelting method and the oxythermal method. The former reaction is that calcium oxide and carbon are put into an electric furnace, and calcium oxide is formed under the arc of more than 2,000 degrees. As far as we can see, the materials for preparing calcium carbide can be said to be complete, as for the reaction conditions. From the wall, I can't think of anything other than electricity that could leave such a trace. It's just, where does this current come from? It really makes me wonder. Calm. Lightning. No, even lightning can't cause such terrifying power. I don't know why this thing looks familiar, but I can't remember it for a while, but it is certain that this is not something that the Mayans can make. Can I go to other temples nearby? I just wanted to ask, what are you doing with so much limestone? MANHWA. Calm. Lime is needed to build a temple. Got it, take it and sell it, right? So, I seem to be wasting your time today, so I'll pay you when I get back. No, you sent me hot cocoa, I'm so grateful for helping you. I can't ask you to pay any more. This little brother doesn't even have a shirt. He must be a commoner in the city-state. If he really answered that sentence, the children of poor families would be in charge. MANHWA. Calm. Do you know what was originally on this shelf? It's limestone. It was there before, but I've taken it all away. Unlike the previous temple, there is no charcoal in this temple. It seems that my previous guess is accurate. The charcoal and even the coke were transformed from wood under the terrifying electric current, and then reacted with the quicklime that the Mayans planned to use for painting, and this was the appearance of calcium carbide. What are you looking for? MANHWA. Calm. Yes, something strange. Like a shiny stone. Do all temples have this kind of stone on top? Some have, some don't. It's a little different from what I've seen, but how does it look? How does it look like a solar photovoltaic panel? But what's up with this gap? Let's go see. Read it. Calm. Thank you so much. If I really want to say it, it's just me thanking you. The Mighty One, can you just put it in the jar? Will it explode? MANHWA. Calm. Don't worry, as long as you don't encounter an open flame, you don't have to worry about anything. The acetylene produced by adding water to calcium carbide is an excellent fuel, and if used, can produce extremely high-temperature blowtorches, so that high-temperature experiments can be carried out even on ships without blast furnaces. It's a pity that, after searching all over the woods, all the abandoned temples have only found this basket of calcium carbide, so I have to save it. But more than that, I'm more concerned about the things in the temple that resemble solar photovoltaic panels. It took me an hour to look at all the tops of the pyramids in the forest, but as my little brother said, not all the tops of the pyramids have solar photovoltaic panels. Calm. However, judging from the potholes at the top, it is clear that these pyramids all had photovoltaic panels in the early days of their establishment. Combined again, it is obvious that the damage on the photovoltaic panel is caused by human beings. It can be speculated that someone deliberately damaged the photovoltaic panel. It was only during the destruction that the photovoltaic panels exploded, and that's why the so-called evil god event happened. It is precisely because of the explosion that the person who destroyed the photovoltaic panels was so frightened that they left in a hurry without removing all the photovoltaic panels. Photovoltaic panels are undoubtedly products that cannot exist at this time, but they are embedded in the unique pyramids of this era. More importantly, someone would actually destroy it, which shows that the person who did it might know what it was. When I first saw the calcium carbide, I thought it was made by the priest, but who would have thought that the calcium carbide was the product of an accident? The Mighty One, the hot cocoa is sold out. Come here first today, pack your things, and prepare to go back. Forget it, I still don't want to, this scattered information can't deduce anything useful. Day 2. Calm. A lot of people came today. Did something happen? Ram. Yesterday, I heard from people in the city-state that today is the final of the Holy Ball, so that's why so many people came. There are many people, but no one comes to buy our. By the way, that person should be in the finals, right? Well, it's a dozen 5 from start to finish. They knelt down suddenly. Shall we kneel? Manhwa's. Calm. Is that the priest? Hurry up and don't let them notice us. Which of these two is a priest? But I have to say one thing, no matter who it is, it really doesn't make me feel like a learned person read at calm. Pakuma, can you hear what he's saying? No, it's too far away. That's right, it's this kind of look that is always so fascinating. Game start. Manhwa's. Calm. Is this the warrior? It's really strong, it can be used for me. Lord Priest. Manhwa's. Calm. Commoner, you're lucky. Can you get cocoa beans or slaves as a reward? This is your choice. Manhwa's. Calm, of course you can, but you can only choose one of the two. Tomorrow morning, I will be here to pick you up, remember to be prepared, there must be no mistakes, remember, this is your honor. We must be ready. No wonder the last time I saw that fat man, he had a happy face, and his feelings are rewarding, but this can be regarded as an unexpected joy. I originally thought that after entering the pyramid, I would find a way to buy back Solemn's clansmen in the form of transactions. Now it's alright, save this trouble. Look above. Manhwa's. Calm. What are you doing? Let me go. Let me go. You are so lucky to be able to become the power of Lord God read at calm. Divine light will always shelter us. Manhwa's. Calm. This kind of sacrifice is simply blasphemy. This is so cruel. I think we'd be better off getting out of here sooner. Ragnar, how are you feeling? Have you had trouble breathing? It's not, it just feels a little stuffy. Calm. Then add a few more ventilation holes, it may be better. The rest will wait for tomorrow. He won't ask for the mask to be taken off, will he? I remember that many Mayans in the city-state wore masks as decorations. Calm. No problem. Follow us after entering the temple, remember. Can a circle be used like this? This guy seems to push it so easily. Because this is the place where kings and priests live. The width of the river is at least 10 meters wide. Far from being able to leap across, it is much stronger than the moat as a decoration. Calm. That is. Piranha, also known as piranha, is a kind of fish distributed in the Amazon River of South America. According to different feeding habits, it can be divided into two types. Omnivorous and carnivorous. Because of having sharp teeth and attacking large animals in groups, it has become one of the most notorious animals. It is worth mentioning that there are two types of man-eating pomfrets living in groups and solitary. The former is small but fierce in nature, while the latter is generally larger in size, but more shy, and generally does not take the initiative to attack creatures larger than itself. Man, if this falls. Calm, does that mean the game is over? At first, when I looked at it from the outside, I thought it was huge, but I didn't feel much. Now when I walk in, I can feel the grandeur in front of me. How many years does it take to build it? There are people going in and out. It seems that this pyramid is not the same as the other pyramids, it is a place to live. The pyramid in front of him really shocked Qin Tian. Compared with other pyramids, the pyramid in front of him can be described as a giant. The gap between them is like a baby and an adult. Suddenly, he became curious about the pyramid. Qin Tian spent some cocoa beans to get some information about the pyramid from the soldiers. However, the status of the soldiers is not high, and they don't know much, so they can barely speak to the general area of the pyramid. According to the soldiers, the pyramid is bounded by a large platform and is divided into 3 layers. Servant, slave, soldier. The first floor is the residence of servants, slaves and soldiers, the second floor is the residence of nobles, and the third floor is the residence of priests and kings. As for the topmost temple, only priests can enter and exit freely, even kings have to pass through priests. Allowed to go up soon, under the leadership of the soldiers, Qin Tian and his group entered the second floor. The first thing they saw was a long corridor with 4 links. And stone rooms can be seen in the distance. Manhua house. Calm. Following the soldiers to turn east and west, a few minutes later, Qin Tian and the others came to a place that could barely be a kitchen. This is the kitchen, you can start preparing now, I'll get hot cocoa in an hour. Suddenly I have the illusion of returning to the countryside calm. Even sent people to guard it, it seems that it is impossible to want to run around at will. Fortunately, I made preparations last night, but now I still need to prepare the hot cocoa first. This thing sucks all the smoke away, it's amazing. This is called a chimney. When the smoke is drilled into it, it is easy to flow upward due to its relatively small gas density, so that there is a negative pressure at the entrance of the chimney, that is, the drawing force. In this way, the smoke from the stove will be continuously drawn away, and it will also generate a continuous suction force. Manhua house. Calm. Although the production of chimneys is quite simple, you can just build a road, but it is not simple to know the principle. Cough, cough, cough. What's the matter? Is there a fire? I'm really sorry, the firewood suddenly went out. Cough, hurry, hurry, burn the firewood. I'm so sorry, hurry up and pack it up. Strange, did this guy get a little taller? Won't be seen. Hey, your bird is flying away. It doesn't matter, it will fly back by itself later. It seems that the soldiers didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. Only 1 hour. Hurry up. The light of the instructions is getting stronger and stronger, and it seems that the goal should be approached soon. So close. God. I see God. No wonder it's such a big place, few people are seen, and all the feelings are enjoyed in their own room. But thanks to them being so depraved, I was able to move unimpeded in this pyramid. What does this mean? Let me go through. It really flew, came back, came back. How come again? What are you doing? Sorry, the fireworks are off again. Choke to death, choke to death. You better not have this situation again, if you delay time, you are finished. Don't worry, it won't happen again. After all, I've come back. But it's a pity that I didn't gain much. Qin Tian can be described as extremely depressed at this time. It's like a problem he has been pointing at the wall for no other reason. It's just because after he encountered the wall, the ring seemed to be out of place. At first, Qin Tian didn't care too much, just like most AAA large-scale open-world games, although there are guidelines when doing tasks, there is a straight line between the coordinates and the player. HPCMS. This leads to the fact that when there is a circuitous route, some players with a single tendon just go over the mountain and go straight along the mark, so the mountain will be too high climb, and there will be a wall in front of it. Such as. However, when Qin Tian thought that the wall was just an obstacle between him and the mission point, and planned to go over the wall without following the instructions to solve the problem, he found that the ring was still pointing there. Not believing in evil, he changed several directions, and finally found some clues. The indicator does not point to the wall, but points to the area surrounded by the wall. The appearance of this guest directly shocked Qin Tian at the time, but after calming down, he decided that it was not impossible. For example, there might be something hidden in the wall, and this happened, but this is all conjecture. If you want to confirm it, you have to knock the wall open, but obviously, the most important thing at the moment is to make the hot cocoa well first. Qin Tian came back with a pinch. Not long after the hot cocoa was finished, the Mayan who left earlier came back, so Qin Tianren waited quietly, then he took the hot cocoa away, which made Qin Tian a little disappointed. If possible, Qin Tian really wants to follow the priest to see the priest, so that he can inquire whether the priest is a Mayan. It's a pity that there are too many things going on at the moment, and this matter, which is not so important, can only be put on hold temporarily. Troubled by the question of the ring, while waiting, Qin Tian thought about whether he should sneak around to take a look, but when he thought about it, he didn't know when the Maya would return again. He couldn't grasp the time, so he gave up. The final result proved that Qin Tian's choice was right. The Maya brought the hot cocoa away not long after they were back. The priests were very happy to reward Qin Tian and the others. As for the content of the reward, it was the same as the verbal promise made by the soldiers who came to invite Qin Tian and the others. Qin Tian of course chose slaves as the reward. It's him. Is he the winner of the holy ball game? It looks really hard to mess with. I can finally see the priest. If it is the priest, I will definitely be able to do it. Here we are. All the prisoners are here, you can pick 2 of them and take them away. Only 2. If you don't like it, you can replace it with 500 cocoa beans. Read at com. Thinking about it carefully, although this person said before that he could get slaves and captives as a reward, he did not say how many people he could take away. I don't know if the prisoners here can be traded. Oversight. Should have asked, of course it can. So what's the cocoa beans earned from selling hot cocoa these days are enough to buy a large tank of cocoa beans, which should be enough to buy all of Solom and his clansmen. 200 cocoa beans for a man, 150 cocoa beans for a woman. Child 80 cocoa beans. More than half were painted with blue dye. There are so many human sacrifices. It's here. Read at com. This is Xiao Huang. Didn't Xiao Huang get caught, but how could he be here? Kuroba. Everyone. Solom. Do you want all the people in here? Yes, all. Are these children also sacrificed? In addition to this cell, and the children in that cell, I want, although I can't bear to see so many living people lose their lives in vain, but with my current ability, I can only do it to the maximum extent. Is this? Identity confirmation access allowed. The gate is opening. What is that sound? The ground is shaking. Don't panic, keep calm. God, yes voice. This is God, yes voice. Could it be that the dome experiment is behind this? Walls BTMD, how could such a sudden change happen without any preparation at all? You damn evil God, go to hell. Read at com. What the hell, why have I become a messy messenger? Could it be because of the vision of the ring just now that he misunderstood something? Since you shot me, then I won't be polite anymore. They are all evil gods, kill them. The mighty one, the soldiers are all here to kill. You have to rush out quickly, otherwise, I'm afraid you will be wrapped in dumplings. Fail to open the gate, the system will start again. The mighty one, what happened? Solom, take your clan out of the cell. Fortunately, I hid things in a jar beforehand. Catalagna, you guys, take the opportunity to go to the surrounding cells and open them all. The Mayans who want to come and rush out should be able to cause certain obstacles to the Mayan soldiers who came, and they can also take advantage of this to escape from here and avoid becoming a living sacrifice. The offerings are gone. Stop them now. Damn, I can't see anything. The door failed to open again. System try. Open for the 3rd time. Read at com. Is this sound turned on there? But where does the energy come from? It's impossible. Is this the voice from the god? Not good, Lord Priest, there are evil spirits. Read at com. Strange rays of light are emitted from their hands. Have those people already found this place as? Is my reign over? Wait. This is iron. Not those people. But how could they resonate with that door? They got the inheritance too. Kill them. No good. Lord Wizard, they are surrounded. Pakuma, let's go. Stop. Civilians shall not. Near here. Read at com. Flash to the left. Flash to the left. Hit him. Hit him. Dude, this fight has its own atmosphere. The mighty one, on the right. Read at calm. What a great speed. How do you hide? What? Look out. What happened just now? There was no feeling of hitting at all, as if the straw was empty inside. But the most important thing is to get out of here quickly. Otherwise, as time goes by, more and more soldiers will come to support, and it will be difficult to rush out at that time. The mighty one. Fortunately, let Nick and the others wait outside in advance. As long as you meet with them, it should not be difficult to rush out with the advantage of weapons. If only the pistol was there. I'm not used to using a long knife at all. How dare you be distracted? Read at calm. It's been hiding a weapon. Beware the mighty one. He's coming your way. So heavy. The mighty one, are you all right? Leave me alone, take Solom and the others to meet Nick. I'll deal with this guy with kata. I have to stop this guy. As long as Ragnar and the others leave safely, with the abilities of me and kata, even if we lose to this guy, we can leave here. Hurry up. Don't let the evil spirits run away. Brother, it's so noisy outside. Did something happens? Brother. Read at calm. Where are they going? What about the mighty one and katas? The mighty one let us go first, they'll catch up later. No, I'm going to help the mighty one. Nick, wait. Don't you believe in him? After fighting for so long, I finally understand why I didn't succeed with the previous knife. His heavy shroud is like a coat that hides all his posture. In this way, he can use the hood as a cover, so as to confuse the enemy with a feint, just like a bullfighter's cloak. But no matter how to hide, the main body is impossible to leave this wide scorpion. As long as the attack range is enough to include the whole scorpion, then he has nowhere to hide. Surprised. Damn, wearing such a large scorpion, his skills are still so flexible. Do you want to escape? No, although I can escape at my speed, kata will definitely be entangled. Read at calm. There are even weapons. Let's go together. Don't keep your hands. Also, find a way to cut off his weapons. We have to deal with this person quickly. If the soldiers who went to contain Nick and the others are defeated and return, then kata and I will be dumped. It's not good. This person is much stronger than expected. According to this style of play, I am afraid that the victory or defeat will be surrounded by Mayan soldiers who came to support. Quick fight. What are you doing, brother? Read at calm. Aya.z. Wait. Why did Aya just call her brother? Could it be that? Answer, my brother. No, Aya. As long as those few people are used as sacrifices, the gods will surely bring blessings. Is it because of Aya's relationship? But brother, didn't you say that you can't hurt your friends at any time? Aya does not have such a bad brother. Is he Tiger Claw? It seems that Aya can only call her brother, there is no one else. No wonder I find the thatch on this man a little familiar. It turned out to be the mink robe of Tiger Claw. But instead of struggling with this, it's better to take this opportunity to run away. Read at calm. Read at calm. I'm sorry. Friends. I really don't want to hurt you, but I don't have a choice. Brother Aya, she's dying. Tell all the soldiers. Whoever can kill the evil archer and Tiger Claw. Who can be my personal attendant? Yes. Die. They must all die. They must not be allowed to live. Sure enough, the previous battle Tiger Claw had reservations about me and Kata, and now is his true strength. My friend, please rest assured, even if I die, I will let you get out of here safely. Sorry friend. No, I am not qualified to call you a friend now. I am sorry. I think we can get out of here before talking about other things, what do you think? Too strong. Could it be that the evil god Yak Kwa has descended on them? Unstoppable at all. Almost. Just rush out of the bridge and into the forest, and their numerical advantage will be wiped out. A read at com. No. They want to escape to the forests of the west and stop them. M. Watch out behind. Man, this suit can still be used like this. Read at com. Are there stones in your eye sockets? Get out of the way. Don't get in my way. You got in my way. Sure enough, this dense rainforest is not suitable for large troops to advance quickly, and the huge number of Mayan soldiers greatly slowed down the speed of pursuit. It's only a matter of time before we get rid of them, just don't know where Nick and the others are now. Chirp 1. So, is it all because of the Mighty One you speak of too? Yes, if it wasn't for the Mighty One, I might never see you again, never see you again. The Mighty One. Looks like they're all fine too. Read it calm. Tiger Claw. Are you okay? Don't worry, this is God's punishment for betraying my friends in order to rush out of the encircling tiger claws. He did not hesitate to use his body as a shield to tear open the encircling circle alive. Judging from the wounds all over his body has now reached its limit. Brother, promise Aya's thing is done as done. Brother has brought friends to a safe place, and brother has completed his promise to you. Great, really great. Sallow face, body heat and sweating, is it an infection? When did Aya's situation appear? What are the characteristics? Tell me as much as possible. Aya, she may be saved. The symptoms of jaundice have already appeared, which is probably in the late stage of the disease. If you can determine what kind of disease you have, there may be a solution to the first aid in the wild. Really? Is this true as friend? What do I need? A sacrifices. I can. Calm down Tiger Claw. Only possible. Probably all you have to do now is answer my question. Calm. For Aya, I have to calm down. Elder brother. Ayalang Aya, now, brother, make the fire bigger. Aya's abnormality started more than a month ago, and Aya's whole body was cold and chilled. Even if it was on fire, it could not be relieved. Read at calm. It's hot, it's hot. Aya, come and drink water. Sometimes Aya's body is very hot, and the breath of exhalation will make people feel hot. Ha, brother, run faster. I'm going to catch up. These two situations will alternate for about an hour each time, but in most cases, Aya is normal. Alternating between hot, cold, and chills, periodic. There are too many diseases with this symptom. There is no way to determine what kind of disease Aya is suffering from. It must be that Aya offended the gods unintentionally. The gods will let mosquitoes attack Aya. Aya will become like this. Mosquito wait. Are you saying that Aya became like this after being bitten by a mosquito? It's a mosquito, a huge swarm of mosquitoes. Read at com. It turned out to be so fucking God, the God who will attack his followers is shit. Don't believe it. It's malaria. It's malaria on Aya's. Malarias. Yes, this is not some kind of divine punishment, but a disease. Friends, since you can know that this is a disease, there must be a cure, right? Please save Aya. I want to think about first aid in the wild. Great. After confirming the symptoms, the wilderness first aid has an immediate response, and it should be able to find a cure from it.